What's up, guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today we have another rank 4. I have a special guest with me on call. His name is Odyssey in game, or aka Yoon Nam. He's a very, very solid Battlegrounds player. And like the previous video, and if you haven't seen that, definitely go check it out because he did choose my 13th rank 4 and he explained why. So I'm going to leave a link to that at the end of this video. So in this video, guys, he's going to be explaining who my 14th rank 4 is. It is confirmed that I will have another rank 4 as soon as EOP drops, which is in approximately 3 days, right? So what I'm going to do is we're going to have the discussion now, and then I'm going to attach the rank up later. But you guys will see the rank up with the champion selection that he's choosing in the same video. So hopefully that makes sense. Huge shout out to Yoon. I really, really appreciate your time for doing this. So thank you so much for that. Guys, our time difference is our it's crazy. Our time difference is absolutely nuts. He's on the other side of the world. So this means a great deal to me. Trust me, it really, really does. And hopefully you guys will learn something. So the idea here, guys, for those of you who are new, is he is going to select a few champions and kind of explain the reasoning as to why he would choose those champions to take up. And then ultimately, he is going to make the decision of said champion that will go to rank 4. Now, the only caveat to that, guys, is it has to be Battlegrounds related. He has a picture of my Battlegrounds deck, and he also knows the champions that I would take up to R4 that are not currently in the deck that I do switch in and out. Um, so that's the only stipulations there, guys. Other than that, he has free reign to say whoever he wants, and I have agreed to do it. And so far, I've absolutely done that. Not only with him, but the other video link that I'll leave is with Matt Two Hill and Infamous when they chose my rank 4. I highly respect these men. They're at the top end players of the world, and yeah, um, I think knowledge is power, and I also think that trying to learn other people's thought process can ultimately make you stronger as an individual. Kind of like Kung Fu Master. um, your art and your style is pretty good, but learning other styles and other arts and adding that to your kit makes you even stronger. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that was a decent analogy. I suck at them, but yeah. Without further ado, I'll hand it over to you, Yoon.
All right, thanks for having me here, Jason.
Yeah, no problem, man. Absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, Jason's done all the introductions about me. I'll just go straight to the chase and talk about sort of rank up options here.
Okay. Guys,
So, I mean,
each champion that he's going to be talking about, I will be showing you guys on screen.
all
Sorry
right.
about that.
No worries. So, I mean, it's pretty much the same logic as I was talking about it in the previous video. The first thing that I value the most when it comes to rank ups is um, it's about the how even the balance is between the different classes that you have in your BG deck. Because oftentimes it really comes down that if your BG deck is tilted towards one class or another, then that means some other class is going to be deficient. And if your opponent is quick enough in the ban phase to spot that, and if in the worst case scenario the defender has defenders in the class that you like attackers for, well, in that case you're kind of screwed. Because that's the tactic I took um, during the majority of season 1 of BGs. Because my roster, especially in Bulwark, was mostly skill focused. And it happened so in the Bulwark meta that you had to have mutant attackers for skill defenders. And it couldn't be the other way around. Otherwise, you'd be going for really slow fights. So I usually banned most of my opponent's mutant attackers, and that turned out pretty well. So from that kind of the same logic, I thought when deciding your R4s, I should go by the same logic as well.
Hmm.
And it's pretty straightforward now because you have at least two champions that are ranked 4 in all all the classes except your science class.
Hmm. That is true.
So out of those options, I think the two most potential options that you could go for. I mean, there are three. That there's Spider Ham and Torch and Eye Bomb, but I really don't think Spider Ham takes priority before Torch or Eye Bomb. So I think we come down to two options, and that's Torch and Eye Bomb.
Okay.
And out of those two, I think I would say that Eye Bomb is at this point the better rank up option here.
Okay.
And that's because Torch is usually an auto ban for most people, even at rank 3. And then in the option that you do get to use him, yeah, I mean, sure, that'd be great, having an R4 Torch. But if he's going to be banned in most of the case anyways, what'd be the point of ranking him up? The only difference it'll make is that it's going to guarantee that your Torch is definitely banned instead of having like an 80-90% chance to have him banned because your Torch is going to be rank 4.
Okay.
So, and then considering the fights that Torch excels at, he still doesn't fast at rank 4. I mean, rank 3. So I think there's less of an pressing need for you to rank up Torch. And I think the better long-term rank up decision here is to go for I-Bomb. I
Okay.
mean, granted, I-Bomb is not going to be the best attacker in the upcoming BG season, but we're not just ranking up for a solo season here. We're ranking up to make up a more well-rounded BG deck and to make sure that, the longevity of your deck survives. So I think coming from that point of view, I-Bomb would be a better choice here because, we all know how versatile he is as an attacker. And then considering the um, upcoming nodes in the BG season, I think his role as a defender would even be more expanded. Because if you think about it first, the first week node for Gladiator Circuit is Mixmaster. And that means, besides the whole fact that the defender evades every once in a while, what that means is unless the attacker has a super nuking champion, say like Stark Spidey, who doesn't really care about how many hits he does, um, the attacker will most likely be gimped in terms of damage output because they're going to have to alternate their attacks.
Okay. Slow him down.
Unless, they have some. Exactly. And then what that means for I-Bomb as a defender is it lowers the possibility that I-Bomb can be taken down by skilled nuke options, say for example Mole Man
Uh-huh.
or Hitmonkey. Because, you know, I think we've all faced a situation where we think that the opponent has no options for I-Bomb left, and we've given them a poison trap, and all of a sudden they do like a fucking 52k fight with Hitmonkey or Mole Man and I-Bomb.
Yeah, I've been there.
So,
Kingpin for me, most notably, by you.
oh, oh, Kingpin, I mean, Kingpin is a perfect I-Bomb counter though.
Yeah.
So I think in terms of that, it would be considerably easier for us to kind of prevent that from happening. Because when we think about Hitmonkey, he's got one of two options. Either going to the orange phase to start purifying debuffs, or going to the purple phase to start preventing evades. And I'm assuming that a Mixmaster Hitmonkey will go into the purple phase more likely than not.
Okay.
And of course, that does give him increased damage output. Um, in terms of giving him more of a chance to do critical bleeds.
Mhm.
But that also takes away one possibility in terms of him purifying debuffs. So in that case, the opponent will be really limited to luck in terms of taking down I-Bomb. And then Moman, we all know after his nerf, he can't um, prevent evade and crit hard at the same time. So Mixed Master will definitely be a roadblock for him. The same thing goes for week 2. The defender has a 60% chance to auto block basic attacks, which means it's even harder now for skill attackers to take down I-Bomb fast. And then, I mean, week 3 kind of irrelevant, but week 4 definitely.
Now, what is week three,
So,
if you don't mind?
um, week 3, there's 2 nodes. The first one is No Hit Mercy, in which means whenever the defender is knocked down, they have a chance to crit on your block.
Okay.
And then the second node is Vital Strikes, which is when the defender strikes the attacker's block, the defender regenerates 5% of damage dealt.
Mm, okay.
So, I mean, week 3 is going to be, I think, a bit of a nuke fest.
Oh, we all love
Oh, yeah.
those. Oh man.
So, I mean, besides that, week 4 is, of course, crit me with your best shot.
Yes.
So, I think Iobomb will definitely be a decent option there as well.
And why do you think he'd be a great option there?
I mean, same thing I've been talking about in terms of roadblocking champs, and then becoming a definite um, defender that forces your opponent to pick poison immune attackers. Because now it'd be even harder for champs like Moleman or Hitmonkey to take Bomb down as fast as they could.
Because they
Although
have
I imagine a Suicide Hitmonkey could take down Bomb fast.
right, but I mean, there's always a drawback to the ouchies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the recoil masteries, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so okay, I understand the logic. You're just saying time translates into more mistakes, translates into less points, translates into possible win.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that makes perfect sense. And he's really tanky. I don't know if he has like I don't think he has the highest health pool. Actually, I know he doesn't, but I think he has a relatively decent health pool. Don't you?
Yeah, I think he does. And at rank 4, I mean, Penny Parker should be able to take him down with 1 SP1.
Yeah, yeah, because Penny is so good for that. She can nuke
Mm-hmm.
several opponents with that SP2 of hers after she does a SP1. But hopefully, yeah, that wasn't that wouldn't be the case. But I know on Crit Me with Your Best Shot, she's gonna not be a great option because I think that takes away all of your burst damage and your dot damage as well. Correct?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that wouldn't even be a thing. Um, she would never be able to take down an I bomb in 2 minutes. I just don't see it. Well, crit me with your best shot. To clarify, like
Mm-hmm.
that's not gonna happen. That's not even feasible. Not that she's a bad champion. I love her. I would love to take her to rank 4, but like you said, I have quite a bit of tech champions. I think you said that in the last one. I actually have 4 rank 4 tech champions. That is a lot.
Whew.
Yeah, that's a lot. I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, I couldn't take Penny if I wanted to right now. That's probably not a great idea. It's probably a really bad idea. But yeah, okay. So guys, what we're gonna do in 3 days that you guys will not see in 3 days, you guys will see in a few seconds. I will be taking this dude, I bomb. That is your final answer to clarify, you correct?
Yep.
All right, well, we will take this SIG 140 I bomb to rank 4 as my 14th rank 4, guys. And let me tell you, I'm really, really pleased with this. I was excited with the last one, to be honest, that Yoon recommended. And no, I promise you guys, I did not sway him one way or the other. I don't do that. Even if it's somebody that I think is terrible, I'll still take them up. Um, but yeah, I think it's very important that I don't try to sway my advisors, I'll say, on who to take up because then that would be, kind of like polluting the water, so to speak. It wouldn't be authentic and genuine, and that's what I really, really go for is authenticity. And it's their mindset, not my own, so it doesn't really matter what I think. That's why I like to do these rank ups, honestly. Um, because it helps me think outside of the box and maybe think about something that I did not think about. And in turn, hopefully, you guys are able to learn something and think about something that could help critique and shape your decks into even stronger decks as well. Um, but guys, if you do like these type of videos, please let me know. And if you are appreciating Yoon, leave it in the comments, man. Let them know, hey, that was awesome. Let them know, hey, man, I think your logic here is awesome. But did you consider this? Let us know. Talk to us, man. Yoon, like he says, he's not only shows up for the live streams, but he definitely has left some comments as well. So I'm quite sure if you guys left him a comment, I'm quite sure he will respond. Not that I'm answering for you, Yoon, but I'm pretty sure if someone said something to you like, "Hey, did you consider this?" I'm pretty sure you know how to respond to that, right? Um,
Yep.
Also, next question before we jump off of here and end the stream, or I'm sorry, end the recording. Uh, my IBOM is currently at SIG 140. Do you think I need
Mm,
to take him to SIG 200 for him to be an even bigger threat, or do you think it's a waste of time?
that's a definite no there.
Is this a definite no?
Yep. He doesn't scale very well with his SIGs, and
Okay.
his SIG ability as it is not as important.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, as long as you have him awakened, I think that's where it really stands.
Mhm.
But then to push him to 200, I think that's a waste of 6 stones.
Okay. So, between this rank up, and I'm not gonna do any spoilers for the one you chose previously. You guys will have to go watch that. Do you think if I did grab the 56 stones from the Battleground store when it resets, do you think the other selection would be a more um, uh, lucrative investment?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. Okay, cool. Well, then that's probably what we'll aim for because obviously, with grabbing the generics for me, I'm trying to raise said champions of rank fours already. So it's definitely going to somebody, but I would probably focus more so on certain champions to get their sig level to 200 before others, such as, my Mephisto or who you selected, or maybe a Mega Sentinel a little bit. But yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, that is going to do it. Again, huge shout out to Yoon for helping me take these rank ups. And if you guys like this format, let me know. Um, I think this is a lot more informative way of doing things, and I really do not mind at this point. Every champion in my deck is there for a reason. So if we're being completely honest, I'm not going to get super upset about any of the rank ups because the only caveat that I told the fellas was, hey man, just make sure it's in my actual deck that I'll be utilizing, right? So so really, you cannot hit me with the Silver Surfer or anything unless he's actually going to be in my deck. And trust me, he's not in my deck. Not yet, at least, not yet. So they can't hit me with that one yet, y'all. But do you have anything to say for any of the viewers? Any special shout out? Anything?
Well, I mean, not much, man. You just look forward to kicking all your asses. I'm kidding.
Oh, guys, for those of you who don't know, Yoon actually was number one in Celestial One for Battlegrounds. Now, since then, he's fallen off. But where did you end up, Yoon?
57th. So
Okay.
don't hype me up, man. I'm
Yeah.
not that good.
No, he actually is that good, to be honest. He's definitely a name to be feared in Battlegrounds. Most of the top end players will definitely take him seriously. I don't really know, of course, unless they're a modder, which we don't count those. So if you finish 57th, there was like at least confirmed 20 cheaters, right, or more, right? If we're being honest.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I think we could shave off at least 20 and feel safe about that. But, that's a conversation for another day. But either way, guys, he's very, very well respected in the community as far as Battlegrounds. That I can tell you. And yeah, man, I definitely appreciate his expertise. So, Until the next one, guys, be safe. And we will catch you guys soon. Peace.